Hi everyone. So you're gonna watch a video today, and it's gonna help illustrate the big argument that exists in social sciences of are we are who we are because of our biology, our DNA, our genes, or are we who we are based upon our environment? And I'm not talking the stratosphere. I'm talking the environment of people that were around, our parents who raised us, our friends who influenced us, where we grew up, church, if people went to church, those places. Nature is, the nature camp says who we are is entirely based upon our biology. And the nurture camp says who we are is entirely based upon who we interact with. How does that relate then to sex and gender? Before I get into that, I'm just going to talk about socialization. We've talked about that term, and I've mentioned it before. Socialization is how we learn what is expected of us, how to act, and it occurs from the moment we come into this world till the time that we leave it and die. We're constantly being socialized. We learn what is the normal behavior expected from our parents, through our teachers, through the workplace, through media, all of that. If we take that concept of socialization, we can apply it to gender, which people do. Some people say that gender, how we act as men and women, is entirely nurtured, that it's taught to us. It has nothing to do with biology. So this is a term called gender socialization. So just real quickly to in the social sciences when we're and in the physical sciences, when we talk about sex refers to the physiological attributes of men and women, what makes us different biologically. Gender refers to masculine versus feminine. How do people act as males and females? Because what we see when we compare cultures is that what is expected for men in one culture doesn't necessarily apply in another culture. So we have two camps here. So looking at this in the debate of nature versus nurture, some claim that masculinity, how we act as men, has nothing to do with testosterone biology. It's entirely taught and socialized. So that's the nurture camp. So we're going to watch a video of someone named Dr. Money. Isn't that a great last name? Who entirely believe this. The opposing side says masculinity really doesn't have anything to do with how we're raised. It's our biology. It will, regardless of the environment, we will act the way we do because the hormones pulsing through our veins. We're going to watch a documentary. A horrible accident happens. Two twins are born. You'll see that. And the accident happens with circumcision. Circumcision is where the foreskin of the penis is cut. Usually that has been done for ages with a cutting tool. However, you have bleeding. So during this time, I don't know if it happens now. I haven't investigated current circumcision practices, but it does make sense of what happens is that they used a burning tool because as they cut it off, it burns and cauterizes the blood vessels so it stops the bleeding. However, I don't know what happened. Somebody had shaky hands or somebody got bumped, but this poor person named Brenda Reimer, who changes her name to David, has her penis burnt. And obviously, what happens, this could never be an ethical experiment where you could say, okay, let's mutilate a baby's genitals and then raise them as the opposite sex. However, here presents a situation, and this Dr. Money, who was all about advocating that gender is nurtured has this prime example. These people come to him of proving that, yes, in fact, gender is completely socialized. So he tells the parents, yes, we're going to raise Brenda as a girl. So you're going to watch parts of the video, and here I'm going to make this bold. So the video, these are questions on a separate piece of paper. We're not going to work in groups. I want you to write your individual ideas, but these are questions to answer after each of the short video clips. I hope all is well. I'm sorry I'm not there. COVID sucks. If any of you have questions, please feel free to email me, sam.soliman at njc.edu. Okay, thanks. I hope you learned something. Take care.